The Crypt interviews in association with Mayo Leisure Point Castle Bar.
You're listening to The Crypt, and joining me on this week's show is Neil Egan, who is here to tell us all about the hugely successful Halloween event, the Banada Banshee Bash. So you're very welcome to the show, Neil.
Thank you, Rita.
Firstly, Neil, could you tell us what the Banada Banshee Bash is?
Well, I suppose, first of all, I'll tell you about Banada Abbey. It's an old abbey. I suppose the building is over 200 years old. So last year we decided we would do something for Halloween and raise a bit of money for some local charities. So we created a scene inside the house, and we also had a wood walk for the younger kids. So the first night went well, and then after that, then it was crowds came from all over the place, because I suppose with modern technology, the word soon spread. So we had a busy Halloween last year.
That's fantastic. So I'd imagine the Abbey itself is spooky enough without ever having to put all the Halloween stuff into it.
Well, this is it. Like, you know, it's an old Abbey. No one has lived in it since 2004. So it's a very imposing building. There's probably over 140 rooms in it. So and it's a two-story. There's a church there. And there's the grounds and, you know, statues and all of that that's there in the normal habitat. So when people arrive there, it's dark and spooky, and we add a bit more spice to it. And in the house this year, for example, we're going to go through up to 10 rooms and about 5 different hallways. So they're going to go a good tour into the building, much longer than last year.
That sounds brilliant. And then, of course, as well, you have the walk in the forest too. Yeah,
well, the walk in the forest is more gentle for younger kids and families that may not want the challenge of going into the house. Because in the house last year, we saw teenagers running out that were so scared and frightened of the experience. So we'd be saying to adults and parents that, you know, if you have young children with you, it's up to yourself if you want to take them into the house. But the forest walk is very nice. It might last for 15 minutes. It's all mapped out. And there is a few scary moments in that as well, where we have live props causing pranks, which, you know, you have to expect on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's some young kids now that'll be 7, 8, 9 with their parents that'll be brave enough to go in. But then you can get kids that's maybe even older that don't want to go in. So it's up to the discretion of the parents what they want to do. We've seen people on boats last year that done the walk and they went into the house. But as I said earlier, we've seen students or teenagers running out of the house. So and, you know, we have exit doors, we have cameras all over the place in all the rooms, so we can see what's going on. If there's anyone scared, we go in there and take them out by an exit door right away. They don't have to go through the whole tour being terrified or anything like that.
That's a very good idea, because some people could go do it and think they're able for it, and then halfway through realise no, and then they'd be scared that they have to face another 5, 6 rooms after that. So that's a very good part.
Yeah, well, we have the intro in the front room, and then they're brought into the first room where they experience, you know, quite dark and eerie and a lot of things going on. And usually from the first or second room, people will make up their mind for they want to go through the whole lot. Now, at the same time, we've seen people go through 4 or 5 times to get the thrill over and over again. So it's up to the individual however they feel about the experience. There are a lot of live props throughout the building and animated ones as well. So you know, there's a variety of scary moments all over the place.
And then who are the team behind this event?
Yeah, well, myself and Dermot Mooney and my wife Catherine and Patrick Fleming, we have mostly done design on the house, and then Shane Welch does the lighting and sound effects. So we are doing this, we've set this up, and then there's 3 with the help of the Rural Social Scheme, which Patrick Fleming and Henry Carr give us people to help decorate the inside of the building and cut branches down through the woods to make it safe for everyone. Mm-hmm. And then on the charities on the night, there'll be in the church itself, which is a big church, there'll be tea served there. The Clare Development Council will be there one night, the Ox Mountain Development Council, and the local graveyard, they'll be having teas there. So whatever they collect and sell on the night, it all goes to them, to their designated causes, whatever they want the money for.
That's brilliant. So it's a great community event benefiting all the charities.
Oh, it is, yeah. Well, that's how we kind of started. Someone asked, could we use the place? Because the place is not used that much. We use it for a bull run, one of these mud runs earlier in the year. And this then is the second event, is the Banshee Bash, name we came up with last year.
Well, I think it's great to see old buildings like this used and not just left to rot away. Do you know what I mean? They're a big part of the history in a town. Yeah, well, this building has been, like I say, it has been vacant since almost 2004. I purchased it in 2006. I haven't done much of the building. I've done more work with all the grounds around it, and it runs along the River Moy as well. And then I say there's a lot of forestry there, but we're only taking 15 minutes walk of the forestry for this particular walk for the Banshee Bash. Otherwise, they could be walking all night through the forest. I'd say so. And then what dates and times will the event be running? Yeah,
well, it's the same days as it was last year, starting next Friday night, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th and 31st, which is the Halloween night. And we're open nightly from 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock, until people gets their whole value for money and see the whole tour. So we might be there later. But last year we started a bit earlier, but people had kind of requested that it was maybe a bit too early, that they'd rather be more to the night time than early in the evening. So we have done that to suit many requests from 7 o'clock nightly, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And I suppose I should have mentioned that the Scary House experience, the cost of that is €10, and the Halloween Forest Walk is €5. Now, when families show up with a number of kids, we use our discretion that, we give discounts for people like that, because we're not here to try and rip people off. We want people to enjoy the experience and come back again.
That's brilliant. And for people who want to purchase tickets, can you get them in advance, or do you buy them on the door on the night?
No, we'll have the registration and everything in the registration room on the night. So we have maybe one or two big groups that have asked to come early. But mostly people will show up on the night. And I suppose the first night is an important night, because the word will go out what the experience was like, and that usually spurs more people come to it, because we had people as far away as Lewisburg last year, and a lot of places in Mayo, Sligo. They took in a big area, Castlebar, all those areas people came from.
Is there any other information you'd like to mention about the event before I let you go?
Well, I suppose people might want to know maybe what in the house. It says there's 10 rooms they have to go through. There's 5 long hallways. It's not going to be bright inside there, so let people not be coming and think there's going to be daylight inside, because it's a Halloween, so we have to have it scary. People might even encounter a snow shower this year inside. So that's all I'd say at this stage.
Oh, that sounds so good. I really hope I can make it up, Trish, Neil. It sounds fantastic.
Well, we'd like to see you up here, Rita, and your band of supporters as well. And thanks for the airtime in allowing us to advertise this event, Banshee Bash.
No problem. And then, of course, everyone can follow you on the Facebook page, the Banada Banshee Bash. And if listeners would like a chance to win a family pass, then simply head over to the Crypt Facebook page and all the info will be there. Thanks so much for your time, Neil.
Thank you very much, Rita, and good luck with your own radio station. Thank you very much.
The Crypt interviews in association with Mayo Leisure Point Castle Bar.